There, Nate the Great.
You know what, sunshine? I love sunshine. All right, I'll just put it to you that way. I love sunshine. I got no issue with the heat. It's hot. I'm gonna be out in it later today anyway. So these guys are out playing. Nobody's up on 18 because if they were, we wouldn't be here. Okay, because some of these guys can actually overshoot the green. So that wouldn't be a healthy place to be right here because it rolled right up to me. But this is it's a tournament for a great cause. Students with incarcerated parents. A lot of former players are out here. We interviewed 3 of them, and one of them almost gave John Chastain a heart attack. And Sunshine, I believe you were sitting on the edge of your seat as well. That's the affable Brian Cox. He's one of the best linebackers who ever played a game. And that guy, he has a personality that is just huge. He's got a big personality. And a lot of people are out here like that for this tournament. So they've got about 65 golfers. They're looking to build a tournament next year. All the money that they raise goes to the students with incarcerated parents. And you can see a difference. If you want to make a difference in a person's life, in a child's life, this is a great way to do it. Come out here and play in this tournament. They have something going on a little bit later this year as well. But yeah, we've been out here and it's been a whole lot of fun, guys. I had nothing but a blast today with a worthy cause. And I would give my time, most of the time, if I could do just this.
I mean, you just think about all these things that these kids go through. It's truly unfathomable.
Yeah.
And for a group of players like this to get together and to try to make a difference, it's just very powerful. So what is the plan today? Playing golf? Will there be festivities afterwards, Nate?
They've got the tournament. The tournament's probably going to end if you have a shotgun start that starts at 9 o'clock. It's probably going to end somewhere around 2-ish. 3-ish, because they don't have a whole lot of golfers. I don't really see it getting backed up, if you will, but they'll do that, and then they'll come in and they'll have lunch and talk about the organization itself. Prevention Zone, Inc., Daphne Brown is the one who's actually the CEO and founder of Prevention Zone, Inc., and this is why the golf tournament is underway now, to help raise money for that particular organization and help those kids. So they'll do that. They'll have some fun, laugh and crack some jokes and talk about each other, about hitting the ball well on the golf course. And of course, that's what really makes it fun. So that's what they'll do today. And of course, they'll end. Everybody will probably walk out of here with a smile.
Oh, I'll bet, yeah.
Well, it's a great awareness campaign too, to make sure for any families who have or a child in their family or a friend who's in this situation that they might can find out about this organization.
It has to be so hard because you've got a parent away, obviously, and also then just you're dealing with the issue and wanting to move your life forward. So I think it's a wonderful opportunity. Yeah, thanks so much.
I'm just checking out the chat, and we have Mike.
Appreciate
and
y'all. Have a great day.
Oh, you too, Nate. We'll see you soon. I was just looking at the chat. We have Mike and George who were chatty this morning. Thank you.
Nice.
Good morning to you. We love seeing you on there, throwing some beautiful comments, and we're so thankful for you always. I love our viewers who are here day in and day out for us. It's just like they're part of our Fox family.
Oh, absolutely. I'm getting greeted, every morning that they're there and watching. I had one that was like, "Where have you been?" I'm like, "I've been here." But they notice, if you're not around.
Yeah. If you're missing for more than a few days, you'll know about it. Well, I wanted to share this story with you guys before we move on. Can we go to this, or do we need to go to something else? I don't know what we're doing, but anyway, okay, I'll share. Okay, we'll share this. Okay, so this happened in Panama City, Florida over the weekend, but it affects everybody, who lives along the Gulf Coast. So in Panama City, there were 3 young fathers who all drowned at the same time. So they were visiting from Alabama, and they had just checked into their rental, and they got into the water. It's about 8 o'clock on Friday night. And almost immediately they got caught in a rip current. Oh no. And all 3 drowned. They were all found in separate areas. But it has already been such a dangerous start to the summer for the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, how many drownings have we had
Well,
already?
we've had at least a few in Galveston. And these have not been child drownings. These have, for the most part, been adults or teenagers. So this is a video here, how to spot a rip current. So you see how on either side the waves are crashing. You can see the white caps, but then in the middle you don't see anything. That's because the rip current is that narrow channel of deep water right there. So that's how you can spot one. And when the water recedes right there, it recedes fast. And so that's what's creating, the current. So if you are stuck in that little narrow channel there, you always want to stay calm. That's number one, and then swim parallel to the shore. And then when you can, try to just escape and then swim out of it. But obviously, a lot of people overestimate their swimming ability.
Yes.
They think because they can swim in a pool or they've been okay in a pool that they're going to be okay in open water, and it's just not the case. So I mean, if anyone is going to open water and you're not sure of your swimming ability, I would always suggest, practice a few things in the pool first. Can you float on your back? If you cannot float on your back, you have no business being in the water.
Or make sure you have a flotation device or something that can help you too. And when you look at this, if you're not somebody who likes big waves slapping your body, it's probably enticing to walk in right there because you're like, oh, I won't get knocked over by the waves, right? Not
and
realizing
that's where the current is.
That is so dangerous and often deadly. And I mean, that's the most dangerous place you could go in. Stay away from that. Don't go there.
Right.
I was caught in a rip current. I was about 11 years old. And my mother had fallen asleep on the beach, and so I was out there swimming around and got caught in it. And thank goodness there was a lifeguard who came out and saw me, and kind of handed me it looks like a long banana, thing that they can kind of just reach to you. So you just grab it and they kind of pull you in. But I can tell you it's very scary. And I was a good swimmer. I took a lot of swimming lessons and all that. But I think a lot of people hit the beach. They haven't gone swimming in a while, and you're right. They overestimate it because. Once you're feeling that you've lost control, this is now controlling what's happening to you. It's so easy to start to panic because that was what I started to feel.
Right.
And people just need to remember they can just kind of.
And then I'm guessing that you've got these three strapping, strong young men that exhaustion sets in because they're fighting it. They're trying to go to the shore. They're fighting it, and their bodies just can't do it anymore. I guess.
Right.
You just get too tired.
I think you get so exhausted so fast if you're not staying calm and if you're not floating and relaxing.
Remember to
you're
lay
trying
on your back
to fight
or do whatever you can.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to imagine how does that happen so fast, but it really can. It can happen in not a whole lot of water, and it can happen very, very quickly. So Panama City Beach is known for very dangerous rip currents, but of course we have some here as well that turn deadly sometimes. So I would just encourage people to know the flag system. So when you're going to the beach ahead of time, like right now today they have double red flags, which means the beach is closed. You can't even go on the beach today in Panama City. I don't know of very many double red flags that we've had here, but we've had red flag days.
My son just got back from church camp in Panama City, and they were there for 7 days. It was double red the entire time they were there.
Wow.
They never got in the water.
Oh my gosh.
So it's been a problem.
You're probably like, good.
And that was, 2-3 weeks ago. So it's an ongoing problem.
So I guess even though they
right
have
now.
the flags up, you can't physically keep somebody out of the water.
Right.
It's more of
I guess if you're at church camp they can, because they're like,
they
you're
can
not in the water or
yes.
you're flying home.
Right. But I'm guessing these guys, it was
no.
later at night, like 8 o'clock.
They can do whatever you want.
They just drop their bags thinking about that. I mean, gosh, they just arrived for, they're excited about being at the beach. Maybe they had not paid attention to the flags. So it's just so unfortunate. But hopefully we can get the word out about rip currents.
That was interesting to see what it looks like. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
And nice to hear from you, since you've been a swim instructor and helped so many people. So
I know,
this
it's
is the
one of
expert,
the things
everybody.
I'm passionate about, but so many people just don't. It's so different being in open water, and the pool is such a controlled environment. So you got
different situation.
Yeah. It is.
Well, guess what? It's breakfast time. Anybody ready to add some food to their coffee?
Yes.
I am.
Where is Ruben?
He's at Grangers in the Museum District. This place looks amazing. We've all decided, Sally, that we're going to happy hour. We're going to have a Fox family evening there, afternoon there. What do you think, Rube?
Nice.
We can set that up. Just let me know how many people are coming, and I will put the reservation in right now. All right, Grangers open 1 week already. All of the accolades coming in. People are loving it. I've got Chef Manuel with me here. Chef, we're going to talk a little bit of dessert. Take me through. We have a couple of desserts here.
Yes. First dessert, we have Grangers pecan pie. It is a mixture of fresh pecans from Texas. Yes. Also comes topped with vanilla ice cream and a little bit of blueberry for topping.
Nice.
Also, we do have a classic crust of creme brulee with a little bit of sugar crusted for nice and taste. Okay. Also with our mixture of blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries.
Okay.
Also, we do have our capirotada. It's a twist of bread pudding. It's a mixture of golden raisin in it, a little bit of fruit inside with our bourbon pecan pie sauce. Looks like we do use bourbon here for taste.
And I love that because there are some delicious cocktails. There is a happy hour, guys, and of course, it doesn't matter if you're going to go surf or turf. There's something here on the menu for everybody. I've got Ryan and I've got Josephine with me here. So, I mean, you guys really designed this to be a spot for whatever time of the day you want to come down. You've got something for everybody.
Lunch, dinner, weekends. It's amazing. We have a giant covered patio that's exquisite. We have tons of bar seating, 28 seats around our bar, open, inviting, all walks of life come through here, everybody who goes to the museums. The zoo is 2 blocks away. 5 major museums are right in this area.
Medical center.
Medical center. It's incredible.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love what you guys did with it. And we were talking earlier, and you said this is 3 years in the making, yes. But you really like one room.
Yes.
And you showed it to me because it reminds you of a restaurant from back home.
Yes, from Finland. So we have a library, which is very unique, and it's right behind us. And you can come there and just have a drink after work, or if you want to read a book and have a dinner by yourself. It's just something where you can unwind away from the hustle and bustle. This is all in here, going to be very happening. Back there, you can just chill and do whatever you need to do.
Yeah, it definitely has a cozy vibe to
yes,
it. Yeah.
It does.
And you said, and back home in Finland, there's a restaurant that's been there for 100 years, kind of gave you a little bit of the idea.
Yeah, so they have a library, and I thought, wow, that's very unique, and I enjoy going there and eating and having a drink before in the library with my friends, and then going and having dinner. So
I love that. I love that. All right, guys. So here's the deal. What are the hours of operation?
7 days a week, 11 to 10. We have 3 private dining rooms, library being one. A lot of configurable spaces for events, meetings. Plan it here. We're ready for y'all.
Reservations for the weekend?
Reservations on Resi. You don't need reservations. We take walk-in. We take everyone. So you come to the Museum District, we'll make you happy.
All right. So all I need now is a fork.
Yes.
There we go. See, now we've been practicing. All right, guys, Grangers in the Museum District, come on down. You are going to love it, and I will see the rest of my Fox colleagues here for happy hour sometime this week. Back to you in the studio. All right.
Oh, it looks so good. I love how everything is so beautifully presented.
Mm-hmm. Why are they still crispy? They're still crispy.
It is appetizing, and I'm telling you, it is our place. Wait, we got to wait for the bite. Hold on.
Ruben finally got his fork. He's been looking for his fork.
Going in. And the reaction is a thumbs up. Speechless.
Awesome.
Looks like a great place, and so perfect that you can go and enjoy a museum and then pop in there.
I love seeing the interior of all these fancy restaurants.
Yeah, it looks really nice. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we have a lot more to talk about. You got some smart sense for us?
Well, I do. I've got all kinds of stuff to talk about.
Ooh,
so we'll see you right after the break.
Fox 26 is The Fox 26 YouTube page. Like and subscribe today.
Welcome back, everybody. We're talking pets a little bit today. And
we are.
Our viewers were asking how our pets are doing. I couldn't live without them. How about you?
Yes. My pets are inside.
Yeah.
my dog
They're
is
enjoying
inside.
the AC.
Yes, he doesn't like to go outside at all during the summer.
Expensive little rascals.
Yeah,
but
they are. Yeah, you know, my heart broke talking with so many of these pet parents, pet owners that a lot of them that were, you know, particularly in this Facebook group that we found, but they've been, you know, paying in for their pet insurance for 8, 9, 10 years. You know, and they started when they were puppies or, you know, baby, you know, animals, and they do that sort of with the anticipation that if something happens later, you know, as they get older, that it's covered. And so that's why they're, you know, they're so frustrated because they've been paying these, you know, premiums for a long time. And what broke my heart is, you know, as you saw in the story, some of these animals, they now have cancer or they, you know, have what's called the wobblers or, you know, neurological conditions and things where they need care and it's expensive. And so they're caught between the insurance company saying, well, these things are costing too much, so they've cut these policies. But the problem for the pet owners is there aren't really other pet insurances that will cover their pre-existing conditions. They're already saying, well, we already know this animal has cancer, so we're not going to cover that. Like they might get coverage for, you know, other things, but that's, and so, you know, it's really kind of putting them in a situation of, how do I continue to provide care for my pet? And it, you know, very expensive, you know, to be coming out of pocket too. I also wanted to talk about, so if you want to learn more about that story, we've got it up online on Sullivan Smart Sense on fox26houston.com. But also, so coming up this Wednesday, we started a couple weeks ago, Dollars and Cents, my show all about saving money and being smart with your money. We've now started airing it twice on Wednesdays, so it airs at 10:30 right after the after show, and then it airs again in its usual time at 6:30 p.m. because we really wanted to bring in, we know so many people in the mornings are, you know, interested in, you know, making the budget work for their family. We know we've got a lot of, you know, parents out there watching, and so we wanted to be sure that you have an opportunity to see this. And because we've been you know, making some changes and things like that, we haven't actually had a fresh show in the last couple of weeks. So you're getting best of lately. But so this coming week, we're giving you a fresh show, and we're going to be taking a look at, you know, ways that you can save money on all kinds of things, and just some great, I love to just really feature great reporting that, you know, is from, you know, our Fox stations from across the country, diving into, you know, financial topics and things like that. So join us this coming Wednesday, 10:30, right after the after show. Just stick around. Keep watching.
Awesome. Thanks, Heather. Appreciate it. All right. So meteorologist John Dawson is taking a look at a first aid kit in today's hurricane gear test, as we are now through the first month of hurricane season almost without, you know, anything coming our way.
We need to be ready for life disruptions any time of the year. Ice storms to severe spring weather. We have lots of opportunities to use our hurricane supplies. But before we get started, a reminder of those 5 areas that all households should have plans for. Everyone's specific needs will be different, but food and water top the list. Plan for no electricity, which means you'll need a good light source like a flashlight or a lantern, and you will also need a way to charge your phone. And finally, think about your medications and a well-stocked first aid kit. Today we focus on that first aid kit. I wanted to show you a few examples and point out some specific items that I think are important. Now, all of these are going to have enough Band-Aids and gauze pads, but this one from Adventure Medical Kits includes several over-the-counter medications like ibuprofen and aspirin. Now, if possible, you'll want to add several days of your prescription meds in here as well. This MyFac from MyMedic is the most comprehensive kit that's on the table, and I really like that they include an instant Cold Pack. Now, this is something that they call their Super Wash. It's an eye wash that can also be used to wash wounds. And a lot of kits are including something like this nowadays. Now, scissors or medical shears are included in this kit from Uncharted Supply Company. And I also really like how they have this CPR kit and how easily that they make it accessible. Now, none of these kits include a tourniquet, but this is something that you might want to consider when you're shopping for a first aid kit. It is also one of those safety items that you should get a little training on before using. We focused on first aid kits today, and this is the last episode in my emergency gear test series. You can go back and watch all of them on the Fox Local app for your smart TV. After you download and log on, look under the weather page, and you'll find many other videos available on demand, free, and with no subscription required. To leave me feedback or comments, go to YouTube and search for meteorologist John Dawson.
Good to know.
Yeah, I love the way he checks everything out.
Yes.
And it's amazing how many products are there.
He's been doing this for years.
Yeah.
He's never repeated anything.
Yeah,
How do you do that?
If you're not prepared, like, you're missing it, because you can literally just go buy one of these kits. It's got everything that you need.
Make it nice and easy.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Did you guys see this over the weekend? This is one for baseball fans and really anybody who likes a funny video.
Which we do.
So as reporters, we have to be ready for anything, right?
Yeah.
Anything can happen. So one reporter, a sideline reporter for MLB, was out in the field when this happened as she was doing a post-game interview.
Duck.
Bueno, bateando, ¿me entiendes? Sigue haciendo lo que está haciendo en la caja de bateo, que eso te va a dar resultado, y vine eso.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I just maybe delivered the walk-off hit. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, I don't understand what that player was thinking. I mean, she's standing right there.
And he hit her so hard,
Yes.
it actually knocked her forward. I mean, it wasn't just like a little dump, like it was a push of water.
It took her breath away. It was so cold. So this was right after the Marlins beat the Cardinals in extra innings. So the player was trying to throw water at the guy she was interviewing.
Are you sure he was trying to throw it at the guy she was interviewing?
But instead he soaked sports reporter Jessica Blaylock. Of course, she handled it like a pro there.
Yeah, she did.
And then she did say, I wouldn't trade these moments for anything, but you better bring me some chocolate tomorrow. I think I earned it.
Yes, at least a box of chocolate.
Yes. And he said, I got you. It'll be waiting on you.
I'm surprised her mic still worked after that.
Right?
Because it soaked the pack on her back.
Whoever threw that has no idea how expensive that equipment is.
Yes. The photographer was probably the one who felt it worse, you know, like, no.
And then I loved it earlier this morning on Wake Up. So you and Lena were talking about if anything dramatic had happened to you on air, and you're like, I don't think so. And then did a viewer remind you, or did it just a producer?
It was our executive producer, Jonathan Chastain.
He's like, wait a second, something has happened.
Thinking back, I was like, gosh, I just didn't think anything like major had happened, but gosh, how many live shots have we done? It's like, it's hard to remember them all. So our executive producer remembered this baseball moment for me.
This is Blooper here.
Come join us. There he is.
You're on Houston television.
Look at this.
Go Astros.
I thought I heard him chanting "Go Astros" a little earlier. You know, hey, listen.
How tall are you, Blooper? 6'8". Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
Please,
oh my goodness. I'm so glad that's happening to you and not to me. You know. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Hey, take it easy. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I was accosted by the Braves mascot.
It was all in your space.
Putting that ugly hat on my head, and so we immediately called Orbit. And
at least he didn't
unveil
unveil hat head. Although
That's
even
true.
with you with hat hair, you would look amazing.
Right.
We know.
Yes, at least he didn't remove my cap.
Right?
He was nice. Yeah.
Too funny.
Well, that's going to do it for us. We hope you have a beautiful day, everyone. Stay as cool as you possibly can. I'm going to continue drinking my hot coffee to stay warm in here, but you stay cool out there, okay?
Bye-bye. Have a great day.
Fox 26 is